Hi everybody, how's it going out there? Stumpy Grump here, and I've got for you the completed video for the 1990 Mustang LX 5.0 drag racer. I know I only got you one update video. I wanted to get you a couple of them, but it was kind of a crazy week last week, and I just wasn't able to get a video put together showing some of the other stuff that I did with it. So sorry about that. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy week, but I got it done in the meantime, and I really like the looks of it. It looks pretty cool. I didn't put any decals or anything like that on it, the stripes or anything like that. I just left it more plain, and I kind of like it that way. So I'm going to turn things around and show you what the final result looks like. Okay, so here's the finished product, the Revell 1990 Mustang LX 5.0 drag racer. This one was done in Createx Pearl Turquoise. Really nice paint, really like it. Cleared with Createx 4053 High Gloss Clear. I wet sanded it and polished it out. I actually did not wax this one. I just wet sanded it and polished it. I just left it this color. I did not add the stripe decals that they show on the kit, the box art. I did not use those. I was planning on it, but when it got right down to it, it just looked too nice in this color. Just too nice and too clean, so I chose not to put the decals on. I just like it like it is. I did use the Weld Pro Stars and the drag slicks in the back. I just painted some white inside the taillight bezel there and put the clear plastic piece on. For the front lights, I didn't do anything for the headlights. Just used the clear plastic piece that you get, and I just used Tamiya clear orange for the turn indicators, and I did it on the inside of the glass for the headlight cover, inside the headlight cover. The tail lights is a red clear piece from the kit, so you're not doing anything with that. I taped off around the window trim and just used Createx opaque black for that. I just brush painted that on. The mirrors are opaque black as well. I used Molotow chrome for the exhaust tips. The kit exhaust. Grooved out the panel lines, got those a little bit deeper, and used Tamiya panel line accent black for that. I did use the raised scoop, the cowl scoop hood that comes with the kit. This was pretty nice. It was pretty good. I just hand brush painted the door handles there. You get a decal for it, but I'm not so sure it would cover and contour very well, so I just used paint. Just used paint for that. But pretty happy with how it turned out. I said, I just wanted a clean look. I didn't want to put the little bit of dust on it. I did not want to get the stripes on there. Initially I was going to, but I decided not to. Just like the cleaner look, more of a weekend racer and daily driver. Okay, so moving into the front suspension here, we'll show you the underneath. Just some detail painting, no extra pieces, parts, or anything like that. I used the full exhaust on this one, and I used Molotow chrome for the exhaust tips there. But just like I said, regular painting and detail painting. Everything fits and lines up nicely, as you can see. Okay, we'll roll into the engine compartment and take a look at that. Pretty much everything from the kit, except I did add the spark plug wires. And I added the coil over here on the side. Other than that, exactly from the kit. Everything fits in nicely as it should and looks really, really good with some detail painting. Get a couple of decals for some extra details. The radiator cap and the oil filler tube over here. Get a side view of everything. Even the brake booster and reservoir looks really, really good. Nicely detailed. As kitted. And you see the intake plenum and the air hose here. Down on this part. So everything basically as kitted except for the spark plug wires. And it looks pretty good. Everything fits really, really nicely. Okay, we're going to roll over to the interior here. Try to zoom in just a little bit and get it to focus. The black interior, not a lot of you know, just some shading. Can't really see a big difference as far as like if you use grays or whatever. Kind of a boring interior, but you see the shifter down there. We'll swing it around to the driver's side and get a look at the gauges, which is a decal that goes in there. Added a tachometer with a decal for the face of the tachometer there. A nice good shot at the shifter. The door panels on the other side. You can see the roll cage, piece of the roll bar there. I did use the racing seats. You can kind of see the roll bar in the back. Nothing through the window. Okay, so that's the interior. Really nice interior, nicely detailed. Overall, for the most part, this was a pretty nice kit. Everything fit together the way it should. Really nice. Didn't give me too many issues or too many problems or anything like that. Just a fairly straightforward build. A little curious about the front suspension. When you put the engine in, let me try to show you real quick on the instructions. I had a piece in my first update, my only update there, that I painted. I thought it was the inside engine cradle for the engine compartment, but it's actually not. What they show with the racing front end and suspension, kind of, when you get to this point where installing the engine, there's no support here for it. When you put it in, this goes in the cross member here, but there's nothing for it right there. It's just kind of free floating. So that piece, I realized, goes in there, and it's the cross member. It's the engine cradle. So I painted that black. You can't even see it. I painted that black. It goes in there. It doesn't show it on the instructions. I don't know if it necessarily needs to be there when you use the suspension, because later right here it shows putting the suspension in and everything, and it doesn't look like that engine cradle is there. But it just seemed weird to me, and you couldn't really do anything until you put that piece in, and then you couldn't get the engine in because your radiator and stuff's in place. So at least to me that seemed kind of curious. So I didn't even use this piece of the suspension. I used what I'm going to guess is the stock suspension. So hopefully you saw all that and understood what I was trying to say. But a little curious on the front suspension there and the engine cradle. But other than that, pretty straightforward, pretty nice fitting, no problems whatsoever. Pretty decent kit overall. Really happy with the way it turned out. Really had some fun with it. Not so sure I'd build another one. Maybe I'd go more factory stock with it or something like that, but who knows. just pretty decent kit overall. A lot of guys aren't interested. A lot of you aren't interested in these newer kits and anything newer than like a 1980 or anything like that. But these are pretty cool looking cars. They can be hot rodded up and modded up to be really fast in real life. So I've got no issue with them. I'd love to have one in real life and have some fun with it myself. So that's going to do it on this one. Thanks for watching Stumpy Grump Scale Speed Shop, and stay tuned for more content. I'll catch you later.